This is what's gonna happen when we allow these people in the government and the elites to control us using fear of COVID 19 and the mandatory mandating of the vaccines. This is but real. This is what she's saying is true. And it's not just the French that's gonna be divided, because that's actually the main goal of these, of the elites, the people running the show, running the world. This is actually their goal. When you instill fear, that's the more chances of being in control. It's the same thing with sheeps to be slaughtered, or whatever, whatever that you can think of, that when, even when they are in a group or in a solid group, even if it's a school of fish, school of fish would always gather all together to protect the youngs from predators in the sea. If you instill fear on this group of people, they would scatter. And when they do scatter, that's the best time to attack and control them. That's what they are doing with every one of us. And when I say they, I'm referring to the elites. Now, if you don't understand who the elites are or what the elites mean, I'm just gonna break them down. That's gonna be pharmacy, the huge pharmacy companies, technology. What else? Social media, handlers and owners of these things and companies, banks, everything that you can think of when it comes to power and money. That is what we call the elites. And that is what they want for to happen for the rest of the people that's different from them. Why? Because that's the only chance that they would be able to control us. Why the control? Because that's the only time that they'll be able to ensure the money that is being created by the masses will keep on coming to their pockets. Just like Facebook. Facebook is known to, now this is not a conspiracy theory. You can research on this because you're smart. You're created in the image of God. Therefore, you are created to be smart. So you have to act like it and go ahead and research. Now, it is proven. It is a fact that Facebook is inciting anger and hate and negativity to all its users. Why? Because that's what sells. Facebook is a company that sells. Or rather, Facebook is a company that needs to earn money, of course. Now, how is it going to earn money if there are no people using it? So, for people to keep on using it, putting cat videos isn't enough. Creating marketplace wherein people would start bartering online or selling online, that's not enough. Okay, we all know, and it's also proven logically and scientifically, that when human beings, or rather that human beings are driven more when they are angry, when there is a negative feeling. Anger and hate drives people more to wake up, to work, to fight, to open up their phones and tablets to socialize, to be engaged in posts and whatever it is that's found on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook and all those social media. They are driving that force in human beings, the passion to be able to defend themselves or answer back. Human beings have that. That is what Facebook is using for it to earn lots and lots of money. If you don't believe that, you can go ahead and research on that. There is this Facebook, social media, what do you call that? Documentary. I'm this one here, the social dilemma. Yeah, that guy explained it so well, how Facebook is so evil, and this one too. And if you are ever going to let your child be alone with his tablet or with his smartphone that has internet connection and has its own room, you're actually putting them in danger of being bullied right at the comfort of their own room and your house. Yes, you'll be able to see that those facts on these videos. Go ahead and watch them. Now, this particular riot is not just happening in Europe or in other countries. It's also happening in the Philippines, which is my country. In Australia, it's also happening in Australia. Luckily, it's not yet a rule or a law in my country, the Philippines, because I the Filipinos are known to be so powerful to the point that they literally go to the streets and then fight for their own rights, and it's part of our history. You can read about EDSA People Power, and you will see that we were able to throw or to oust a president who stayed with the country being the president for 10 years. So we were able to oust that person because of people power. And the type of people power that we have is actually very peaceful compared to other countries who had people power who were very violent. And I don't even know if that became effective for them. But yeah, so we're known for that, and it's a good thing. Like a couple of weeks ago, our president announced that that our president is known to be tactless, and he's really gonna say what he feels, even if he has to like cuss on camera. So he doesn't really care about that. And then he said a couple of weeks ago, he said, well, to those people who refuse to be vaccinated, don't force me to call out the police or the soldiers or the army to put you in jail, because I would have to protect my people. So he said something like that he's kind of mandating the vaccines. But fortunately, it's not yet happening. It's not it's not a law that's going to be passed by Congress, so that's very good news. But also, unfortunately, there are lots of companies already that's doing that, and the small time small time employees couldn't do something about it, so they are forced to get the vaccine. And it's not really hard to force Filipinos to get the vaccine. Why? Because most of them are ignorant, and they do not know that the vaccines being given to them are not even fully approved by FDA, because there's only one vaccine for now that's been fully approved by FDA, meaning it's okay for public's use, and that's gonna be BNT from Pfizer. So a lot of people here doesn't know that fact. That is why they're not so adamant in getting the vaccine. So there's not much force happening when it comes to companies, like small time companies would, mandate uh, the vaccine. But still, it's happening, and me and the rest of the vigilant people out there here in my country are trying our best through social media, because that's our only means of exposing these facts and telling people. Um, but actually, it's a very sad thing, because, like, for me, I have two pages. I have two separate pages, and one's for business and one's for personal vlog. But unfortunately, there are not there is a very, very small number of people that's been sharing my post when it comes to COVID-19 and the vaccine. And a lot, and it's also a very, very sad thing, because I have several relatives already and friends who are even proud of being vaccinated. And uh, even though they're Christians already, they're also flaunting on their social media that, hey, I'm vaccinated already, I got the jab. And then when I ask them what's the name of the vaccine that they got and that they're flaunting, they will not say it's from Pfizer. They'd say it's from something else, especially from China, because that's the vaccine that we have. Like, we have a lot, thousands of vaccines from China. Okay. Now, when I asked them about what kind of vaccine that they got, and they would tell me it's this and that, and I would really feel very, very, very sad for them, because I really don't want something bad to happen to them, like physically and mentally, if not tomorrow, or if not now, in the future. And I wouldn't I wouldn't want any of the people I know, especially my loved ones, to be used as lab rats, or as experiments. No one would want that, right? But that is what's happening already. So, and there are also lots of people who has the same reason why they don't want they don't want the vaccines to be mandatory, just like these people. If you ask them one by one, they'd surely tell you that one of their reasons is that, yeah, we would be open to getting the vaccine maybe after 1 year or 2 years that it has been tested, but not for now, and it has to be in our time, because this is our body. But what's happening is the government is forcing us to do it now, while everything is still on testing phase. So, and then threatening us with terminating us from our jobs and losing our source of income, etc., etc. So, uh, that's what's happening right now. I just want to get it out there. Why? Because it's best if we're gonna pray for this. We cannot fix it. We cannot fix this by ourselves. But we do have to be vigilant and expose them in all ways that we can. But the best thing that we really can do is to really ask God to stop this craze, to stop this fear, to stop these people from these elites from scaring us. Let's ask God to remove these elites, remove these evil people who only thinks of themselves and of money. That's why they're forcing others to bend to their will. So we have to pray for all of that. We have to pray. We have to ask God. You know what? There's a Bible verse. There's a Bible verse in the Bible, of course, that says that that tells us, God is telling us that if you need something, if you want something, all you need to do is ask. Now, the reason why you're not getting it is because you're not asking me from it. God said that. Okay? So you really have to ask God what you want, and then you wait patiently. Okay? Because waiting patiently means you're trusting him and you have faith in him even if you don't see him. And faith is a very, very, very powerful thing. And we need to we need to remember that, and we need to practice that, and we'll be able to practice that if we're not going to be able to practice faith and patience. We're not going to be able to practice faith if we're not gonna have chances to practice patience. you know Second thing that God said, it's all written in the Bible, is that um, he really answers prayers. Okay, he really put time and effort and attention to people praying or talking to him through prayers. Why? The Bible says that one time he asked one prophet, I forgot if it's Isaiah or Jeremiah, but it's either one of the two, and it's a prophet. It's written in the Bible. It's in the. I'm gonna post it later. No. I'm gonna post it on the comments section because I would have to research on that. But this is what God said. God told this prophet, "Don't pray, okay? Don't pray to me, asking for these people, asking for me to help these people. No, don't you dare pray." So God said that to that prophet. Why? Because God knows Himself. God is loyal to human beings that He created. He knows that when we reach out to Him, when we call out to Him, He's gonna be like, a very, very kind father who's gonna be like, "Oh, my kid is asking for me. I cannot say no." That's why He told that prophet, "No, you dare pray and ask me about that. No, I don't want to have anything to do with them. So don't you dare pray for them." So that's what God said. So that's one funny side of God, and to prove to you that you can reach out to Him, that He's not. Yes, He is the highest being out there. He's the one who created the universe. But the reason why He gave Jesus Christ to us and made Him just like us humans, so it's for us to understand that we can reach out to Him because He became human too. Okay. All right, that's it for me, guys. We really need to pray for what's happening, and I hope that in your country, vaccines are not being mandated yet. If it is being mandated already, don't worry, don't be scared. Ask God about it. If don't be scared to lose your job. If God is telling you to quit the job because the company is forcing you, you go ahead and quit the job. Ask God for wisdom what He wants you to do. Because if it is really God who's telling you to quit that job, it is also God who's going to give you another job, which is going to be so much better than that one that is forcing you to get the vaccine. Okay, now like I said earlier, there is already one vaccine that's been fully approved. Okay, and God also gave the intelligence and wisdom to these scientists and doctors. That's why we can also trust them too when it comes to God giving them the talent and the wisdom, and I believe that actually, I don't know what to believe. I don't. For now, I don't know if I can trust Pfizer as well. But I trust God. I trust God when He said that I've appointed these people. You have to respect the government leaders because I am the one who appointed them. I am also the one who's going to bring them down if needed. It's also the same thing with the doctors and the scientists. So God is the one who gave them the knowledge and the wisdom to be able to create these medicines that we now use. Okay, and that only means that not all medicines are bad. Okay, so if you after talking to God, and then God gave you peace of mind, telling you that it's okay to get the vaccine, please get Pfizer. Okay, and I'm not getting paid for this video. My YouTube channel isn't even monetized. All right, so but the only reason why I am uh, 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 I am telling you to get Pfizer is because um, Pfizer is the only one that's been fully approved scientifically. Okay, so yeah, if you really feel, if you really think that, that God is giving you peace of mind with getting the vaccine, then go ahead and get BNT. Okay, but then again, always consult with God. Not Do not just consult with Google or your friends or what have you. Make sure to consult with God first. Okay, that's it for me. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.